Jake Paul's California mansion has been raided by the FBI, multiple news organizations report. You can see in this aerial footage agents in uniform outside his home in Calabasas.
You know what's funny about your brother? Your brother talks more shit than anybody else on the planet. They're trying to sue people when people talk shit. There's people out there saying they're fake fights, they're fixed.
You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference, and, you know, Joshua's a former, you know, champion. And also, you know, he's active.
That was not a boxing match. Jake Paul had a very healthy fear for his life while he was in there. He was running away. He was trying to get distance. Then he was trying to step in to win this contest. And then he's trying to get out of the way so that he doesn't get hurt.
Jake Paul finds himself at the center of yet another storm that could redefine his career. Recent reports suggest he might have played a hand in orchestrating some of his most high-profile bouts, including the Netflix spectacle against Anthony Joshua, with rumors swirling that he and his brother could even face legal scrutiny over these alleged maneuvers. While promoters and officials insist that professional fights cannot be tampered with legally, doubts about Paul's legitimacy in the ring are spreading like wildfire on social media. His controversial history, from past legal troubles to an FBI raid at his Calabasas home, only intensifies the drama. With his boxing credibility now hanging by a thread, the big question looming over fans and critics alike is, has Jake Paul's rapid rise finally met a formidable obstacle?
FBI agents have raided the Southern California home of YouTube star Jake Paul. Federal officials say the search was part of an investigation. Wendy Birch is in Calabasas with what we're learning tonight.
Sky 5 was overhead this morning as federal agents entered Jake Paul's Calabasas home located in this gated community off of Mulholland Highway. We counted close to 24 federal agents, some of them in tactical gear, entering the residence. Why they were here and what they were looking for, that remains unclear. The federal search warrant has been sealed and no one is offering any.
For years, numerous boxing analysts, former fighters, and industry insiders have questioned the legitimacy of Jake Paul's fights, even before the recent chatter about possible legal trouble emerged. Critics point to his habit of taking on opponents long past their prime, bouts with unusual tempo, knockouts that happen just at the perfect moment, and contracts reportedly loaded with restrictive clauses. Altogether, these patterns suggest that much of Paul's lightning-fast rise in the boxing world may have been meticulously crafted rather than fully earned through pure skill inside the ring.
Because I've always been curious about this, because, like, you know, you saw the Askren fight, we saw these fights that he went into. The Fury one obviously didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go, just because I was so convinced that, like, Jake had these fights fixed, and there's a lot of people who talk about the fights being fixed because it's just the way it is.
Yeah, they tell me that too. They're like, tell me you're not going to take a fall against Paul. Everybody says that to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? You could have paid me on all the money in the world.
Veteran voices in the boxing community have repeatedly noted that while Jake Paul draws enormous attention and profits, his fights often seem to steer clear of real risk. This trend has sparked rumors that results might be orchestrated more to protect his persona than to showcase true ability. With every new controversy, the narrative intensifies, painting Paul's rise as one built largely on spectacle, calculated advantage, and meticulous control, far removed from the raw, unforgiving challenge that genuine boxing requires.
Jake Paul fight was set up.
What happened to me is what was going to happen to him had he dropped those hands. If I say, Rampage, I'm going to pay you $2 million, right? Let this dude beat you, what you going to do? You're going to feel disrespected, number one, right? That ain't enough money. For me to do that, I got to be willing to walk away for good. Something like 20-something million where I can invest it and fall off into shape.
The clash between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul first grabbed headlines for its high-octane action and memorable highlights. But rumors of a leaked script suggesting the fight was staged quickly ignited online debate. Alleged audio recordings began circulating, fueling speculation that key moments, like Tyson appearing fatigued before Paul's knockout victory, could have been deliberately planned rather than unfolding organically in the ring.
Graduate in the United States is $1.3 million. Again, that's over the course of the person's entire life. Jake Paul earned 30 times that in one night. People talk about winners and losers, like Jake Paul won.
After defeating Mike Tyson, Jake Paul candidly discussed the fight, stating he hardly got hit or felt any pain, implying he had complete command and encountered minimal real challenge. Fans celebrated his comments as evidence of his skill and readiness to face legendary opponents. Yet critics were quick to counter, highlighting the lack of authentic danger or suspense during the bout and questioning whether Tyson's performance made the fight genuinely competitive or believable.
Super Bowl.
Big as the Super Bowl. Big as the what?
Why was Mike wearing assless chaps though? In the
did that moment go viral with his cheeks out?
I don't know. It made my stomach hurt.
I was seeing it.
Why didn't he have underwear on?
He had a G-string on. Is what he had.
Almost.
I thought he was completely butt naked.
Nah, he looked like a stripper.
But yeah, biggest live gate, 18.1 millions in U.S. boxing history outside of Las Vegas. A phenomenal night. I'm sorry I didn't knock him out though, guys.
Shut the fuck up. It was crazy when we talked about this. I told him you're
sorry.
gonna say some dumb shit. You did the right thing at the end.